There's a moment happening right now that will never happen again. This exact day, this exact hour, the particular thoughts drifting through your mind, the light in the room, the sounds outside. All of it is lining up in a way it has never lined up before and never will again in the entire history of the universe. Think about that for a second. This moment, the one you're living right now as you listen, is one of a kind. And once it slips past, it's gone for good. You can't rewind it. You can't order another one just like it. It happens once, and then it belongs to the past forever. In Japan, there's a phrase for this feeling. It's called Ichigo Ichie, one time, one meeting. It comes from the tradition of the Japanese tea ceremony, where it's been quietly passed down for more than 400 years. The old tea masters understood something deep about time and about people, something most of us forget the moment we wake up and start rushing through our day. They knew that every single time guests gather for tea, even old friends who have sat together 100 times before, this particular meeting is happening for the first and the last time. The people will never be exactly the same. The season outside the window will never be exactly the same. Even the taste of the tea, the warmth of the cup in your hands, will never be exactly the same again. So the tea master treats every ceremony as precious and impossible to repeat. Every movement is made with full attention. Every guest is honored as if this were the only chance he would ever get to show them kindness. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is taken for granted. Because nothing, not one gesture, not one shared cup, can ever be done over. That is the spirit of Ichigo Ichie. And here's the thing, it was never really about tea. It was always about how to be alive. Now, be honest with yourself for a moment. Most of us live as if moments are cheap and endless. You half listen to a conversation while your mind is already 3 steps ahead, planning what you'll say next or what you'll do later. You rush through a meal without tasting a single bite, scrolling with one hand, eating with the other. You sit in the same room as the people you love most, and you stare at a screen instead of at them. And underneath it all, you carry this quiet assumption: there will always be another chance, another conversation, another dinner, another ordinary evening to finally be present. But life doesn't actually work that way, and somewhere deep down you already know it. Every moment you waste is a moment that will never come back to you. Every conversation you ignore is one you can never replay. Every single day you spend waiting for your real life to begin is a day of your real life that has already quietly ended. The clock doesn't pause while you wait for the perfect time. It just keeps moving, whether you're paying attention or not. The person who truly understands Ichigo Ichie lives in a completely different way. When they sit down with a friend, they give that friend their whole presence. Not half, not most, all of it. Because they know in their bones that this exact meeting will never come again. When they eat, they actually taste the food, because this meal, prepared this way, on this day, is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that will never be repeated. When they walk through their own neighborhood, the same streets they've walked 1,000 times, they notice the light falling between the buildings, the long shadows, the faces of strangers passing by. Because this walk, on this particular morning, will never happen twice. Now, this might sound exhausting at first, like you'd have to treat every tiny, ordinary moment as if it were monumental, carrying the weight of the world. But it's actually the complete opposite. When you finally stop assuming that moments can be repeated, something inside you relaxes. You stop pouring your energy into regret about the past, the things you should have said, the chances you let slip. You stop drowning in worry about a future that hasn't even arrived. You just meet what's right in front of you, fully and simply. That's it. There's a strange kind of peace in it. The peace of someone who has finally stopped running. This teaching also quietly changes how you treat other people. When you really, truly understand that every encounter is unique and can never be repeated, you stop saving your kindness for special occasions. You stop waiting for some perfect future moment to tell someone how much they mean to you. You stop assuming you'll always get another chance to make things right, to apologize, to say the thing that's been sitting in your chest for years. Because think about how much regret people carry. So many of us are haunted by words we never said to someone who is now gone. We wish we had paid more attention while we still could. We wish we had said thank you more often. We wish we had simply been there, really there, in the time we actually had with them, instead of somewhere else in our heads. The practice of Ichigo Ichie is a kind of quiet protection against that very regret. It keeps whispering to you, honor this meeting now, while it's still happening, while the person is still in front of you, while you still have the chance. The samurai took this teaching seriously, and they took it seriously for a sobering reason. They knew that any day could genuinely be their last. They didn't have the luxury of assuming tomorrow would arrive on schedule. And here's what's strange, what almost sounds backwards. That constant awareness of death didn't make them gloomy or anxious. It did the opposite. It made them more alive, more present, more deliberate and clear about how they spent every hour they were given. When you know your time is limited, you stop wasting it on things that don't matter. But here's the good news for you. You don't need to be a samurai facing battle or a tea master in a quiet room to live this way. You don't need to change your whole life or move to a mountain. You just need to remember, as often as you possibly can, one simple truth, that this moment is your one and only chance to live this moment. The conversation you're having right now is the only time this exact conversation will ever exist. The people around you today are with you for a stretch of time that no one can measure in advance. You don't know how long you get. None of us do. And when you truly take this in, not as a nice idea, but as something real that you feel, something shifts inside you. The ordinary suddenly becomes extraordinary. The familiar becomes precious. The cup of coffee, the drive home, the sound of someone you love laughing in the next room, all of it starts to glow a little. And you finally stop putting your life on hold. Stop waiting for some imaginary future day when you'll finally start paying attention. Because that day is this day. That moment is this moment. Your life is not made of years or goals or someday. Your life is made of moments, small, fleeting, unrepeatable moments, and each and every one of them is a gift that will never, ever be offered to you again. So I want to thank you for spending this moment, this exact one-of-a-kind moment, here with me today. It will never come again, and I don't take it lightly. I truly hope the old wisdom of Ichigo Ichie stays with you, that it helps you slow down, look up, and treasure the unrepeatable gift of your own life while it's still in your hands. Take good care of yourself, and take good care of your moments. They're all you really have.